You smell nice. I bet you do. Even if you don't, I'm sure I'd like it anyway. People get used to their own smells, so I'm sure we'd get used to each other's. I guess when you live that closely with someone, it's inevitable. I'll be sure to cherish yours while I can still detect it. You know, you don't need anybody else. The others are just dreadful. All those problems and insecurities. Honestly, they're better off dead. Why bother with the extra baggage when you can just have me? I'm not perfect, but I'm close, aren't I? The time I spent with you is the only time I feel alive. You want me to live, don't you? I'll never die. I'll never leave you. What more could you want? Your faithful girlfriend, for all eternity. I'd never cheat on you. And you wouldn't dare to cheat on me, would you? Would you? Would you?
Shiro, to begin with, that was a pretty great AMA. I feel like we learned a lot about you, and that you could fit in pretty well with the club after all. I'm looking forward to seeing where you go from here.
Glad somebody thinks so. Seems like a lot of folks don't really want me around. And that might bother me if I actually cared at all.
1. Do you enjoy conspiracy theories, ironically or otherwise?
Ironically, and only to a point. It's funny to see what people get wrapped up in. Paranoia is so rampant. They look for evidence wherever they can find it and cling on for dear life. When it's actually just confirmation bias and hearsay. They're good for a kick, but God help you if you start taking them seriously.
2. Linux or PC?
That depends on what you need your computer to do. For general use, PC operating systems are more convenient and accessible. Linux offers greater freedom and control, but you need a lot more know-how to make the most of it. For me personally, I have the know-how, but not the need. So I run a typical OS instead.
3. What to you counts as good writing in a game or VN?
Some people find dialogue to be a tricky beast, but in writing there are only 2 things you need. Naturality and sincerity. Naturality means the dialogue sounds, well, natural, things that a person would actually say. People don't speak with perfect grammar. There are breaks and pauses, hums and haws, verbal tics. But you can't go full-blown realism either, because there's a lot of awkwardness in speech that doesn't translate well. Basically, you want to avoid having the words read like a script. As for sincerity, this is the art of bringing characters to life through dialogue. People don't speak up at random. There are dozens of factors that impact when and why they say things. Empathy is key. You have to put yourself in their shoes and feel what they're feeling in the moment. Then you can craft a fitting response. If you're really into them, they may speak for themselves. Any work that can pull off those 2 things will have compelling, relatable characters, just like that. Without them, you get a dull, predictable script and characters you couldn't care less about. Even the most cliché plot can be saved by good characterization, so it's vitally important.
Tiffany. Hi Tiff, really loved your interview, and I'm glad you didn't let the number of questions get you down. If there were any people on the sub who think you might not belong, I'm sure at least some of them will have changed their minds after that.
I certainly hope so. I'd love for the community to accept me. It's one thing to be part of the club, but it's another to feel like I belong here. I think it's been great so far, but it's hard to be sure sometimes.
1. Have you got any rap artists you recommend to people who aren't really into rap but are kind of curious?
Personally, I think the epic rap battles of history are a great place to start. The nitty-gritty of rap can be very gritty indeed, so jumping in could be a bit much. With Urbo, you can get a taste of what rap is like with something more familiar. And they've done so many duels that you're bound to find a couple of folks you recognize. They're also a good bit cleaner than a lot of rap, so it's much more approachable.
2. YouTube playlists or old school mixtapes?
I think mixtapes are more personal, but those are too old school by now. I guess you could burn a CD as a modern equivalent, but even those are really outdated. The trouble with YouTube is that it's limited to what's already hosted. You can make a playlist of whatever you want on any device that supports it, so I guess neither?
3. Did you ever get a chance to look at the club's non-festival poems? Does anybody's style stand out to you 2?
Well, you know I didn't from before, but you better believe I'm stoked for the follow-up. I can hardly wait to see the poems. It's gonna be so awesome.
4. Have you also recently had a dream about a terrible screaming void, or was that just Shiro?
A screaming void. I don't usually recall my dreams, but now that you mention it, about a week ago I had a nightmare that kinda sounded like that. I don't remember which day it was, but it was very frightening. You say Shiro had one too? That's a really weird coincidence.
The entire club. 1. We've been interrogating you guys pretty mercilessly, so do you guys have any questions for us, either the subreddit as a whole or specific members thereof?
Oh, sure, we all have a few questions, but I don't know how you'd answer them.
I have one. What the hell is wrong with you people?
I'd be curious to know how it is you found out so much about us.
Obviously someone blabbed it all to them.
Well, yes, but I'd like to know for sure.
How about, why are you all so obsessed with the fourth wall?
You could say they're just really into that fanfic. Yeah, it's really popular. I would ask how you discovered this club in the first place.
Yeah, how does a high school book club get this big so fast? I mean, they only scraped 2 new members IRL.
Too bad they can't really say. Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
2. Suppose your favorite author/creator made an AMA from the point of view of your favorite characters. How many of you would be tempted to entertain yourselves by seeing how much abuse the fourth wall could take?
So, like if we were asking unaware characters about meta stuff?
Heh, that could be fun. I try to put the author on the spot with a weird question. See if they can keep them from realizing what's going on.
Yeah, like asking about things only the audience would know.
I think I'd want to know more about the characters, their interests and such.
That's stupid! Who cares what a fictional character is like? It's the same as all that fluff text on bios that no one gives a crap about.
Well, I'd be more inclined to ask about their time in the story, how they felt at certain moments and so forth.
That's more like it. That's the kind of thing that's cool to know.
I'd probably throw some memes at them just to see how they react.
Okay, that's actually stupid. What do you mean? That'd be hilarious.
Especially if the author didn't get the reference. They'd look like such junk.
Yeah, memes are all about weeding out the squares.
Oh, I'm square.
If being mature means you're square, then so be it.
Anyway, yeah, we torment the crap out of that author.
It'd be fun to see how far we can push it at least.
I had too much fun with that answer. Anyway, 3. Are there any cosplayers of yourselves that you found particularly impressive, and how flattering/weird it is to have cosplayers of yourselves?
Oh, we haven't gotten to see any cosplayers. Believe me, there are lots of them.
What? Are you kidding me?
At this point, I'm not even surprised.
Well, it's definitely more weird than flattering.
I disagree. I think it's very flattering.
That just means you're weird. If anybody looks like me, it's probably not on purpose.
Have we been around long enough for anyone to dress up as us?
If I had to guess, probably not.
It's mostly just the original 4. That makes sense.
As much sense as it can make.
Well, Monica's the only one who's seen any cosplays, so that first question's all hers. I'd love to tell you who I thought did well, but I don't know any names offhand.
And then all we're left with is that you people are crazy. But we already knew that anyway. 4. Your styles are unique, perfect reflections of you, varied and complex. But I want to know, how strong is your haiku game? Why don't you show me?
Okay, everyone, it's poetry time.
What do they want us all to write poems?
They're just haikus, it's not that hard.
Oh yeah? Then you go first.
Alright, let's see. Answers demanded by the hundreds, but alas, the evening dwindles.
Did you notice the screen gradually turning orange?
Wow, don't make it look too easy. Try this. These emerald eyes and this flowing auburn hair conceal a dummy.
How witty, I like it. May I? The sky's amber glow, rising, glimmering, fading. It yields to darkness.
Even your haikus are pretentious.
Isn't that word a little big for you? Whoa, guys, hold on! I fight for my friends, but my friends are fighting. I can't fight at all.
Yeah, you want us to play nice.
Oh, fair enough, Sayori.
Alright, time to embarrass myself. I wrote a haiku. In about 15 seconds. It totally shows.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
You always like my poems.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll suck at improv, but I think I can handle this. Out here in the street, 7 friends agreed to meet for a time so sweet. Our haiku's allowed to rhyme. There's no rule against it.
I guess it's my turn then. The night falls around me, the all-consuming blackness. There is no escape.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, well done. Well, I'd say our haiku game is up to scratch. Nice work, everyone.
5. Will any of you be sticking around this subreddit when they AMA is all over, as lurkers or otherwise? Anyway, I think that's everything. Thanks for answering so many questions. Good luck with the follow-up, too. You're all awesome. I love every last one of you.
I don't know that we'll be able to join you on the sub.
Are you kidding? After all the crap they put us through, I'm subscribing just to keep an eye on things.
I must admit, I'm rather curious as well. I wouldn't be very active, but I'd look.
Part of me feels like I should, but the other part doesn't really care.
I feel the same way, except it's not just part of me.
You're not even a little interested to see what it's like?
Oh, I think I know what to expect. And that's exactly why I'm not interested at all.
Well, I'd be happy to stick around.
Come on, guys, everyone should join. It's our sub after all. Let's see how things pan out first.
Deadly Knight 759. This is a question for everyone. If you could become a god or goddess from any mythology, which one would each of you choose?
Well, that's a light to choose from. I don't know very many. Maybe you and Yuri can help out with this one.
Well, they're asking which one you'd want to become, so I'll try not to overthink it. Just pick one you like. Greek is what's most well known.
Let's learn Goddess of Sunshine.
There's Amaterasu if you want to stay local.
That works. I think I'm suited to be Athena for a few reasons.
Just reasons.
Some more apparent than others.
I have forgotten the reasons.
I'd be Zeus so I could throw lightning at people.
People that piss you off?
Nah, just everybody.
I guess I'd be Icarus.
Why's that?
I don't know. Something about flying too close to the sun and getting burned for it. Referring to Sayori, naturally.
Would anyone else like any help? I think I'd want to be a nature goddess, helping plants grow or something. Hegemon caused plants to bloom and bear fruit. Sounds good to me.
Or is it Hegemony? I don't actually know how to pronounce that name.
What about you, Yuri? Anything come to mind? Maybe Venus or Aphrodite?
Goodness, no. I was thinking more along the lines of Selene.
Goddess of the moon. That seems fitting. So that just leaves you, Shiro.
Well, can I just be plain old god?
Wow, straight to the top, huh? You'd probably make a lot of people angry for saying Christianity is mythology.
That's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
To some.
Fair my speed. Actually, one more question for Monica. Show this one before my main comment, although it's still meta Monica. One of the best mods focused around bringing happiness to the Literature Club, in my opinion, would have to be Purist mod. You said Hallie kept you sheltered from other mods in order to try and retain your canonicity, but it is too good of a mod to pass up, and if highly recommend he let you and Sayori see some gameplay of it.
Looks like Howie is bad at following directions. But because you ask, you'll just have to make this happen. I'll be curious to see how they scrape a happy ending out of this. Do you think it could really work out for us? I'm pretty sure that's what the mod is about. Hopefully they're a little more imaginative than me.
Deadly Knight 759. Sorry if I am late, but since this is the last AMA, I wish to give a personal message to each of the 4 original Dokis, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica. Also, excuse me for my bad grammar. I will still read your bad grammar despite your heartfelt message.
A personal message for each of us. Go ahead, I'll wait my turn.
Sayori, I wish I could simply give you a hug and tell you it is gonna be alright. I have been through a depression myself. It is, of course, not the same as what you're going through, but you are strong enough to beat this. Perhaps you can even help others going through or trough the same and make the world a happier place. You deserve to find happiness. Best of luck and believe in you.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you for believing in me. I hope I can brighten up the world. I don't always feel that strong, but I'll do everything I can, okay?
Natsuki, you hate it when people look down on you, but people who do that do not see the real you. You are a strong-willed and capable young woman. Stay strong and show everyone what a strong and good person you are. You can do it.
Well, at least somebody gets it. Being strong doesn't always mean you're totally ripped. If people can't see what I'm really like, well, maybe I just need to stand a little taller, you know?
This pose is actually slightly taller than the previous pose.
Thanks for saying that. It's good to hear.
Yuri, my dear Lavender Lass, you always seem to look down on yourself and feel like an outcast. I know how that feels, but I think you look at yourself too negative. Some of the things you worry about are often cute/adorable, even if you don't see that. They are part of what makes you Yuri. You have a great personality, and it can talk with you about deep subjects that others would think of as weird. I wish it could come to you and show you what a wonderful woman you are, but it cannot. So I hope that you find someone who loves you for who you are. Then maybe when you look in the mirror, you see the same angel that it always see when I look at you. Stay true to yourself. I love you.
Oh, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I know my self-image isn't a clear picture. I've never had any luck gauging how others perceive me. But hearing such praise from you and the rest, well, perhaps I'm more fortunate than I realize. Thank you. Your support means the world to me.
Monica, I know you have gone through a lot since DDLZ, but I do not think you are evil. I think you just want to be understood. Everyone looks at your own, or only looks at your looks. You can't blame them for that. And at your titles or accomplishments, behind that cover is a lonely girl that wants to be loved for who she is, and not simply because she is beautiful and popular. I, as the player, forgive you, and I want you to know that if I could, it would have spent more time with you. I hope you can find the love you deserve in your reality.
I really appreciate you saying this. I really, truly do. The forgiveness, the understanding. It feels like more than I can ask for. More than I deserve. And yet you give it so freely, so generously. I'm not sure about my chances of finding love in here, but it's heartwarming to know there's so much love for me out there.
To the four of them, I love you all with all of my heart, and I will never forget you. And if you girls ever find a way to my reality, come say hi so I can give each of you a hug. From Thomas, my calling name. Sorry for the long text, it just really wanted to get this off my chest.
Oh, you don't have to apologize for anything.
Yes, thank you so much, Thomas.
We could use more fans like you, dude.
This was all very sweet of you to share. Once again, thank you.
I'm an asshole.